56 years ago, King Harald of Norway announced that he would marry this girl. Everyone in the country was shocked because she was an ordinary dressmaker. It seemed the whole world was against this wedding. Nevertheless, the prince married her anyway. So how did the couple fight for love? How did Queen Sonia win the king's heart? And what happened to them 56 years later? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. Let's get started. From the moment Prince Harald of Norway was born in 1937, his future as the country's king was already decided. As the sole son of the royal family, he was raised with the understanding that one day he would wed a woman from a noble lineage and ascend to the throne. In those times, royal families held tradition in high regard, and nobility was expected to marry within their social class. However, Prince Harald defied this tradition in the name of love. As the heir to the throne, Prince Harald had to undergo diverse training and exercises. After graduating from high school, he enrolled in the Norwegian Military Academy. In September 1957, he was proclaimed the Crown Prince of Norway. Later, he pursued studies in history, economics, and political science at the University of Oxford in the United Kingdom. After completing his studies and returning home, he shared royal duties with his father, King Olav V. In June of 1959, Crown Prince Harald went to a party thrown by his friend Johan Stenersen. It was there that he met the love of his life, Sonja. Sonja Haraldsson was tall, graceful, and had a really beautiful and dignified appearance. Even though she wasn't from a noble family, Harald was deeply attracted to her because of her elegant and poised manner. When Sonja and Harald first met, they were both 22 years old. Their encounter almost didn't happen. It was 1959, and Sonia, still mourning her father's recent passing, initially had no desire to go out and have fun. However, her friends persuaded her to embrace life again. Eventually, Sonia agreed, and that's when she found love. Sonia worked as a dressmaker in a small clothing shop that her father used to own. Despite her humble beginnings, Sonia had big dreams and a strong drive to succeed. She wasn't looking to marry a wealthy man or dreaming of becoming a princess, as royal marriages weren't common in Norway at the time. Sonia had a passion for sewing and aimed to become a skilled dressmaker. When she was just 17 years old, she traveled to Switzerland to study costume history and then went to England to learn about economics. In both countries, she made sure to learn the language. Despite her job title as a dressmaker, Sonia had a well-rounded education that she earned through her own hard work and determination, not through her father's money. Moreover, Sonia was also an avid athlete. She loved skiing in the winter and going river rafting in the summer. In August 1959, when Crown Prince Harald graduated from the Norwegian Military Academy, he invited Sonia to attend the graduation ball, thus making their relationship public. However, this decision faced opposition from all over Norway. The royal family believed that having a commoner as a queen consort would make the Norwegian monarchy a laughingstock throughout Europe. Norwegians also mocked Sonia, saying, "A dressmaker from a cloth store dares to dream of becoming a queen." King Olav V tried every means to break them apart, even sending Crown Prince Harald to study at Oxford University in England. Many within Norwegian political circles and the media also believed that the prince should marry a princess, and even attempted to arrange marriages between Harald and Greek Princess Sophia or Princess Irene. However, Harald was determined to marry Sonia, so for 9 long years they met secretly. These years put their relationship to the ultimate test. Eventually, the crown prince couldn't bear it any longer and decided to confront the situation. He gave his father 2 options, either to let him marry Sonia and find happiness for the rest of his life, or to remain single forever, which would mean the Norwegian throne would have no heir. Harald even said he didn't really care about the throne if his beloved wasn't by his side. These words pushed Olav V to consult with the Presidium of the Storting of Norway, parliamentary leaders, and the government of the country. In the end, they had no choice but to approve the marriage. In 1968, at the age of 31, Crown Prince Harald and Sonja held a grand wedding at Oslo Cathedral, finally putting a satisfying end to their long journey of love. Sonja's father had passed away in 1959, so she was escorted down the aisle by her future father-in-law, King Olav V. Sonja wore a typical wedding gown from the 1960s, featuring an elegant cut, pearl embellishments, and long sleeves embroidered with a high collar. She didn't wear a crown, only a pair of pearl earrings, with a white flower pinned in her hair. She held a bouquet of white flowers composed of orchids, roses, lilies of the valley, and Sonja's favorite violets, keeping the overall look simple yet elegant. After waiting for 9 years, Sonja finally got her day, overflowing with joy and happiness. After the ceremony, the newlyweds drove through the streets of the capital back to Oslo Palace for the reception and appeared on the balcony to wave to the crowds. There were 850 guests at the wedding, including members of royal families from different parts of Europe. For example, there were representatives from Denmark like King Frederik IX and Queen Ingrid, Princess Margrethe, who is now the Queen of Denmark, and her husband Prince Henrik, as well as Prince Claus of the Netherlands, just to name a few. It was a lavish wedding marking the first time a local commoner had become a queen consort in European royalty. Since then, love stories between royal members and commoners have become more common across Europe. In today's more active royal families, like those of King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia of Sweden, Crown Princess Victoria and Crown Prince Daniel, King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain, and Prince William and Kate Middleton of the UK. After their marriage, Harald and Sonja welcomed 2 children into their family. Their daughter, Martha Louise, arrived in 1971, followed by their son, Håkon Magnus, in 1973. Interestingly, their children followed in their footsteps by making unconventional marriage choices. Håkon married Mette-Marit, who had worked as a barmaid, while Martha Louise chose Durek Verrett, a shaman, as her partner. Although Harald and Sonja didn't strongly oppose their children's choices, reactions from the rest of the nation varied. In 1991, King Olav V passed away after battling illness. Harald succeeded him, becoming King Harald V, and Sonja transitioned from being a commoner queen consort to Norway's first queen consort. Over the years, Queen Sonja accompanied the king to numerous interviews and hosted many visits from heads of state. Her eloquence and graceful manner earned her and Norway much praise and admiration. Today, King Harald is 87 years old, and Queen Consort Sonja is also 87. Their journey together demonstrates that Harald has become a remarkable king for Norway. Initially a smart, sporty, and handsome prince, he fell in love with a worthy commoner girl and was willing to give up his title for love. This decision contributed significantly to a remarkable surge in the monarchy's popularity in the country. Now, he reigns alongside his loving children and grandchildren, hand in hand with his beloved wife, whom Harald, it appears, has never once regretted marrying over their 56 years together. As we celebrate their enduring love, let us remember that true love knows no boundaries. What do you think of Harald and Sonja's remarkable journey? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to O Channel for more. As always, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.